Alright guys, welcome to Gusto Reactions once again. Thank you so much for always liking, for sharing, subscribing, telling everyone about what we do right here at Gusto TV. Thank you so much. Please keep doing all of that for us, and of course we will surely appreciate every one of you. Yes, Lala is back again in the building.
I know
it's the Carpe Diem day, and of course Olamide Bado is out with a brand new album. I mean, earlier in the year he released the 999 EP, and a lot of people said, oh, we don't like this EP, it could be better and everything. Okay guys, don't worry, I'm going to drop the album coming very soon. He dropped Eru. People thought, okay, his sound has changed and all of that. Yes. And then he dropped Green Light just before the album dropped. Everyone loved that particular one. Yeah. Video shot by Clarence Peters. Dope. Really amazing, dope, with the whole very colorful video. Yeah. And of course the album right now is out. Already we talked about Omah, Peruzzi, and we talked about what to expect from the album, right? Yeah. Yes. And of course, now that the album is out right now with those songs, 12 major tracks, right? Yeah, 12 tracks. 12 tracks overall, but we had 2 already, so I think 10 new tracks. Yeah, 10 new tracks, yeah. So, Olamide, Carpe Diem. Yeah. What exactly, do you think about this album? Going track by track, is it a hit or a miss for you?
I think there's no doubt in
Okay, first of all, were you impressed about the album?
Of course I was impressed. Like when you started, you see I was smiling now. Like, I don't know, my expectation levels were not that top notch, based on what we had on 999 EP. Yeah. And then when when the first 2 singles dropped, everyone witnessed the change in his style. We witnessed that he sounds a bit different. But that's entirely down to the producer he was working with, P Prime. So the sound was a bit different. So I was expecting a completely different type of album. So I didn't know what to expect. But then when the album dropped and listened to the features on the album and the ones produced by other producers, like it was mad. It was impressive by Olamide. Like for someone to change his sound and also come up with this sort of album, like you wouldn't think about it. Olamide actually even rapped. It's not lyricist on the road rap, but he actually rapped on this album, and I was impressed.
What do you mean by lyricist on the road rap?
It's not lyricist on the road rap. If this
is hardcore rap. Yeah,
lyricist on the road rap is songs he did on YBNL Rhapsody, those sort of rap. Those are lyricists on the road rap. These are just feel good. I mean, there are some other deep tracks in there, but these are just feel good rap, making good music in the process. That's what made it different for me, and that made it for me for Olamide's album.
Okay, do you think Olamide surpassed expectations on this particular album?
Of course, completely surpassed
expectation or your expectations.
I think it surpassed expectation, because if you look at the last 2 projects Olamide has dropped, YBNL Mafia was a compilation of guys that he brought together, and then we were able to see the success stories from that.
Jealous.
Are people like songs like Jealous,
Fireboy.
In fact, Fireboy was the success story of that project. It was like that project was just to discover Fireboy again, or we discover him. And then also these other guys who came and left, they're still doing their thing.
Because of Yomi Blaze and the rest.
So from that same album, you see the success story of Fireboy. There's also Devoli, who eventually did not even get to apparently wasn't signed to YBNL, but then he still came around for that project. Came correct on the song that he was put on, and then still went on to release Festival Bar, the EP, which is another successful to talk about from that album. Then came the 999 EP. When it first dropped, like the noise was mad, it was deafening. Like even I'm not gonna lie, me follow join the noise. But after first and second and third listen, you would know in your heart of hearts that yes, that song, that 999
EP, the project.
In fact, not be EP, an album, because it was over 30 minutes and it's more than 5 tracks. So it was an album. So that album was not it, and I'm sure he himself knew that yes, like say this thing no to work. Now the thing that off me the most, Olamide rapping in English on this project. Like there's a couple of tracks that he actually rapped in English. On that EP, I thought it was forced, and I thought why was he trying to change? But it looks like it's actually improved. He wasn't forcing his words, like he wasn't forcing the rhymes on English. The way he was pronouncing the words was totally in sync. Like he was making Bane on this particular album. That's what got me impressed.
Okay, so you think Olamide actually went to the drawing board and then went to improve on his English rapping skills.
Pretty sure
to come back on this particular one.
I'm pretty sure. Like, I'm sure he took that feedback from 999 AP that, why are you rapping in English? But the way some of these guys think, like naysayers think, oh, you think I can't do something, then I'll show you that I can do it. And he had to improve on himself, which he actually did. Although he did repeat a couple of lines, maybe on 2 or 3 different songs. Yeah. The border and the custom and border line that I think I heard down. I think about 3 tracks on the album. So like you could have done something else. But yeah, it shows that yes, he actually wanted to improve that English part of course. And if you want to appeal to the international audience, which was the aim of this project, you have to at least do majority of your songs and do English rap.
Do you think Empire was like a major part of this whole the rapping in English and everything?
Yeah,
the Empire
of course. Empire partnership came and said it's to give you the resources to push you outside of Nigeria. We know in Nigeria you have all the connect, you are way good. Imagine Olamide is on really billboards in Times New York Times Square. So do you think they want to listen to you rap in Yoruba if you're going to be on billboard and there? Obviously that will play in his mind because he has to come correct and do something people outside of who are not Nigerians would feel, which I think it did perfectly on Carpe Diem. Okay,
so are we going to say that this album really and truly appeals to the international audience?
No, I don't think it will appeal to the international audience, but it will bite maybe like 0.5% of that international audience, and if it does that perfectly fine and is able to climb up in charts outside of Nigeria, then yes, job done. I don't think his style is meant for international audience. He still does more of the Afro pop thing and everything, but it's the way the whole album came about and the kind of songs that you hear in there. At least there's English there. They can listen and think, this it's something that I can relate to because you're rapping in English. But at the end of the day, it's still the Nigerians that will feel it the most because the references coming close like Onikban and Pangu. It's still in Nigerians.
Shout out to Bado Olamide himself.
So it's still Nigerians that we still blow it the most. But for him to have a bite of that international market, that was the whole thinking behind it. And it will appeal to some. Like I said, 0.5%. Even if it's 1%, is good enough. And that's the whole point of that deal with Empire. They said they want to push him and Fireboy and another artist they signed with resources they have and the connect that they have outside of Nigeria, which is exactly what they're doing. So
okay, but for this album, people have been raving about it. They've been talking about it. They've been doing a whole lot about it. Now, looking at this album, there seems to be like a change of sound. You get with Olamide, Eru, Greenlight, and then the album came, Malay and the rest of them came through with different sounds, Peruzzi and the rest of them. Now, can we say, for sure that this album has birthed a new Olamide? Can we say it has birthed a new Bado? Is this how we are going to be seeing Bado moving on from this moment?
No, I think that's subject to change, and I think the reason we see that new sound is mainly down to P Prime, the guy who produced majority of the album, because the sort of instrumentals and the sort of production he did on the tracks he produced, Olamide had to sound a certain way, like a feel good way on those songs. But then if you now look at the other songs that, for example, Fuse produced, gives us a snip of what Olamide can do with Fuse. So I think the one we did with what's it called, Young John, that's classic Olamide and Young John collaboration. It was not a new sound. So I think the change of style is just completely down to
producers,
to the producer P Prime. P Prime was responsible for that.
So it was intentional for them to bring P Prime on board.
I don't know. I think it was a gamble. It was a gamble. I can't say whether it paid off because yes, this album is good, very good. I don't know if his core fans would actually like that he has completely changed his style, because now he's no longer doing sort of street pop. Although he sneaked in the song with Young John was confirmed street pop song for the core fans.
So I was going to ask you, because see, the thing is, I've listened to this album and I've been able to differentiate. For me personally, I love the album, but I want to listen to an Olamide's Jurosoke. I want to listen to Bobo, Motimo Dongo Yaro, Monkey Tail.
That's what I thought when when we were doing that video about what to expect and everything. That's what I actually had in mind. Are we going to see?
Do you understand?
Something
So
like
there's
that?
a classic Olamide,
Yeah.
and then there's a new sound Olamide.
Yeah.
Now this album has brought out the new sound Olamide.
Yeah. I think
If you're to advise
Yeah.
as a music consultant,
Yeah.
and you know, as a manager or something,
Yeah.
which would you advise Olamide to stick to? The classic Olamide or the new sound Olamide with this album?
the new Olamide, if you not think about it, like think about it really well, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's more appealing. Yeah. To a certain audience. To his, like I said, to his core fans, it may not appeal like that. They may feel, why is Olamide sounding like this? But it's more appealing to the aim of what Empire wants to do with Olamide and YBNO. It's more appealing to the outside community. You get music, people who are Afrobeat enthusiasts that don't want to just listen to the Vogue. They don't even understand if they do what's okay and things like that. They may not understand. But on songs like Green Lights or Eru or even another level, things like that, the way it all sounds, it's so feel good. It's more appealing. That's what they went for. So I think for the duration of what they have going with Empire, if you stick to it, there's nothing bad in it because he can always switch. Can always give you that street pop lamba like Do What's Okay, One Man, all those things. There's still more to come from Olamide. I don't think he's letting it down anytime soon.
Okay, so we talked about his core fans
Yeah.
not having, you know, maybe not feeling this particular album because it's not their style and everything.
Yeah.
Now, Olamide in one of the songs on this album, you know, New Level, talked about the fact that, you know, he doesn't need anybody's validation, he doesn't need anybody's approval and everything. You know, Olamide has always been the Nigerian guy who does music for the fans, for the street, their own way and everything. Now, can we say Olamide is losing his originality?
No, I don't think he's losing his originality. So let me explain to you now. You see, Olamide has done the same thing, let's say, for the past how many years? 7, 8 years?
8 years, 8, 9 years.
8, 9 years. He has done the same thing over and over again. Like, if you want a different result, you can't keep on doing the same thing.
Does he want a different result?
Of course he wants a different result. See, if we compare Olamide's numbers on digital, if you compare his numbers to his peers, people like Wizkid, Davido and the rest. Yeah. If you compare his numbers, it's a tiny job because Olamide doesn't do that digital marketing. Olamide does his thing, promotes it on the normal way, but expecting the same. I mean, the result he gets is just based on what he does, always doing the same thing. But now, with Empire in vogue, Olamide is doing digital marketing. You're on YouTube, you are seeing Ebu popping up. You're on YouTube, you're seeing Green Light popping up. And those things have an effect on his digital numbers. The aim is to improve his profile, not just in Nigeria, outside of the country as well.
But he has always said he doesn't need all of this.
No, that's the thing. He has always said it. But the Empire thing is because he wants it now. He's ready to.
You sure he wants it or a condition that Empire giving that Omah?
No,
if
it's
you
not
want
a
us
condition.
to get, you know, be partners and everything, you have to change your sound.
If he was not interested,
because I feel that he's been forced to actually change.
It's not being
sound.
It's not being forced.
You don't think so?
If he didn't want a bite of the international audience, he wouldn't sign a deal with Empire. The deal was not to promote him in Nigeria, it's to promote him outside of Nigeria. So him signing that joint venture deal with Empire, yes, means that, he's interested. Forget what he has said before, forget it. The fact that I signed that deal with Empire, that they want to use resources of Empire to push him outside of the country, means he's interested.
So should Olamide be very concerned that he might lose his core fans in Nigeria? No. Should he be concerned?
I don't think he should be concerned because the core fans in Nigeria,
the fans who have stayed with him all through the years, supported him to become who he is right now today.
I'm a core fan and I like what I hear.
You're just like 1% or 0.00001%.
There are several people like me, that are core fans that like what I hear at the moment. I like it. And I don't think it's going to continue like that to the end. It's a change of style. He's taking a risk. And for me so far, that risk is paying off. Forget that it might look like it's a condition because he's signing to. If you say you are the artist and you're signing on a joint venture deal with an international distributor and international label, you know that they want to push you with resources out of the country. You have to sound to appeal to that international audience, and at the same time have a sort of what's it called with Nigerian, have your traits of Nigerianness still in your lyrics, which he did. I feel he did perfectly fine, and there was that balance I was talking about on that album. There's a balance, and thanks to the guys he featured, we're able to get different styles of music. We didn't just get the monotonous sort of people production or that we hear from everyone Greenlight. it was well balanced out for me.
Okay, so if Olamide wants to, go international and he also wants to keep his fans and everything, what kind of project do you think he should, do going forward? Should he have a project that mixes both together, or he should make his core fans, force them to like the new sound?
No, you can't force them, because on this album there's songs for the core fans. The song, like I said, the song with Young John is for the core fans. The song with Bella Shmurda, if you listen to it, that's for his core fans, because Bella Shmurda right now, there's interlapping. If you do a what's it called? Is it a pie chart? You see that they overlap, because people that like Bella Shmurda definitely like Olamide, and he has Bella Shmurda on the track. Same thing with Bad Boy Teams. Listen to that song. That song is not your international
loading.
It's not an international kind of song. The songs that are for international, we know them on the album. Songs like Ewu, Green Light, Another Level. There's one other one. What's it called?
Infinity.
At Your Service or something like that.
Infinity as well.
Infinity is so it can even appeal more to local than international. And it's still, and now the international Omah is about getting international acclaim. Like it's getting props from international guys. So if they see him that he featured on a track like that and they listen to him, and I'm like, oh, this is mad. And at the same time,
Olamide is also benefiting
from there. So yeah, it was well balanced out in my opinion. It was well balanced out.
So the album for you, if you were to rate over 10, what would you rate?
I rated it 7 over 10.
A 7 over 10.
7 over 10. It's a very good album. Very good album. I would have given it an 8, but we know Burna Boy's album is top right now. Like it will take a lot to even top it. Yeah, take a lot.
I was going to ask you that. Do you think Olamide's album is the best that's come out this year, 2020?
No, it's still Burna Boy, but Olamide had a very good album. It might come up in conversation as maybe album of the year. I think it may have passed that level, or it may have passed the stage. But if they were to,
but it's not your own album of the year. So
no,
far.
It's not my own album of the year, but it's an album I like very much. Like I thoroughly enjoyed listening to it.
Okay, so Olamide's dropped Eru, dropped Green Light. Of course, Carpe Diem is out right now.
Yeah.
Yes, Lala has said that album is a 7 over 10. It's a hit, Abi.
Hits all day.
It's a hit for Lala. Guys, what do you think about Olamide's Carpe Diem? The album is out right now. Guys, go and listen to the album and let us know exactly what your thoughts are on the album. Is it a hit or a miss for you? Is Olamide, do you like Olamide's rap on the on the album?
Yeah.
You think the international thing is being forced? You think is appealed a bit to his local fans as well? You think the locals will be happy about this album? Say Olamide, try for like and people cannot gbese with this album.
You gbese on loading, you gbese on the track with Young John. those are complete gbese track. You gbese on them. And if you listen well, Green Light too was very nice.
Yeah, Green Light, very nice. All right, guys, thank you so much. It's been Gusto Reactions. Olamide's Carpe Diem, the album is out right now. That's his 8th album, right?
I think it's 10th solo.
10th
solo album. He's dropped an album every year in the industry. He's been in the industry.
Because
I think the other, the ones with Fino and the rest.
I was saying, I saw a post by Bolaji Karim some days back, already saying that that he has $1,000 to give to anybody, that they should bring another artist in this Nigeria who has 517 songs, not features though. 517 songs to his catalog.
Is that meant to be an achievement?
Well, a lot of people underrate in a way Olamide.
No, I don't think people underrate him. Olamide had the strategy at one point of dropping songs almost every 2 weeks.
Yes.
Whichever one go bank, the one way go hit. He didn't care. There were so many songs, and because Olamide is the kind of person that I think most of the time he doesn't write he doesn't like sit down and pen lyrics. Like when he's in the mood, he just spits his spits and that's it. And he had the problem, he himself said in an interview that he had the problem of when it was time to perform, that he had to now go and be learning his own lyrics. Yeah. So he's that kind of person that he doesn't want to keep songs in. That's why we have a lot of projects, and maybe that's why 999p was that project that didn't.
I remember Olamide would be freestyling the song and everything, and then he tells you that the song is going to come out this evening. He say, Ovi, I'm going to send this song to your mail. Like,
that's
guy,
kind of person
he just recorded this song this night.
Yep, and it's out. You understand? Yeah.
And that's why at times, those songs don't, they don't get mixed, properly mixed and mastered.
So I don't think it's if saying someone has 500, and you might as well go and be meeting them, Stoney Ade and Co. they have thousands of songs. Fela himself has thousands of songs.
Yeah,
I mean?
true.
Yeah, it's not. I don't think that should be a bragging right point or anything. We should just we shouldn't go there.
Okay, let's not go there. Let's just end it this way, guys. Thank you so much. I will see you on the next one. It's been Gusto Reactions. Lala right here has been truly amazing, guys. Go check out Carpe Diem Olamide 12-track album by the Bado himself, YBNL boss, and of course the Empire affiliate, right? Yeah, affiliate, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Carpe Diem is out. Go and buy witty. Yeah? Go and buy on iTunes. Witty,
iTunes. Use iTunes for
no, the Apple Music. Extreme witty.